In October 1949, the Chinese people celebrated the victory of the Communist Party. The leader of the Communists and the hero of the revolution was Mao Zedong. For Mao and the Chinese Communist Party, taking power was just a first step. The real revolution was about to begin. In 1949, China lay devastated by decades of civil war and foreign invasion. The previous regime, corrupt and incompetent, had left the country bankrupt. People hoped the new communist government would bring unity and peace, pride and prosperity.
Everybody felt that the liberation in 1949 was an historic demarcation. Before that, it was the old society with many ugly things in it. After the communists came, most people were idealistic and they began to fight for the same cause, for a new China.
Mao and his colleagues had a vision of momentous change. They wanted to transform the lives of 1/4 of mankind and create a strong and modern industrial China. The communists forged a new political structure. They set up a network of party branches which reached down from the capital to every village in the country. At local levels, officials explained party programs.
Communism meant political equality for everybody. The people would be masters of the country. That was the propaganda. People would have enough to eat and wear. Poverty would be a thing of the past.
The reforms went far beyond economics, into personal relations.
Before liberation, women had to do whatever they were told. They had no rights. There were 3 obediences and 4 virtues. Obedience to father before marriage, to husband after marriage, and to your son after your husband died. You had no rights at all.
The government's first major legislation made women legally equal to men.
Marriages arranged by parents or matchmakers were stopped. Women could marry the men they loved, so they were very happy.
The communists organized people into work units, which provided employment, health care, housing, and education. Work units also gave the party direct control over people's lives.
Everyone belonged to a work unit. At first, people weren't comfortable with them, but gradually they got used to them.
In the countryside, the changes were just as profound. For For centuries, most peasants had struggled to survive hardship and poverty. During the revolution, Mao had won peasant support with promises of a better life. Now he gave them land. Party officials told peasants to seize property from their landlords.
It was fierce. The whole village, hundreds of people, came beating drums. They dragged me to the meeting ground and wanted to beat me. I said, "Don't hit me. I know my family has exploited the people for generations. I'll give you my house, land, everything." After they discussed it, they labeled me an enlightened son of a landlord family. They let me keep my house, although there wasn't much left in it. But in fact, I did well. Many people died.
Officials encouraged peasants to humiliate and beat their landlords. Often, the violence went much further. Across China, hundreds of thousands of landlords were killed. Nearly half of all China's arable land was distributed to poor peasants.
Before land reform, we only had 3/4 of an acre of land. It was not enough to feed us all. During land reform, we got nearly 3 acres of land. Because we had more land, we could grow more. Gradually, our life became better.
Now it was the people who were the masters. They really liked that. Land and houses were taken from the landlords and given to them. People saw that they benefited, so they supported the Communist Party.
The leaders of the party were veteran revolutionaries who had worked with Mao for years. Second in authority was Liu Shaoqi. Zhou Enlai was foreign minister and then premier. Gaining in prominence was Deng Xiaoping. Zhou Enlai was the gifted administrator and the loyal servant who never challenged Mao. He had a human touch that made him both popular and respected. Liu Shaoqi was more reserved. He was an orthodox communist, a cautious economic planner, and a devoted father. Mao was married to Jiang Qing, a former movie actress. During the 1950s, she never appeared in public. Mao was the party visionary, a poet, and a romantic revolutionary for whom no theory was sacred.